So, so Islam, Islam, Islam. Praises be to Allah. Praises be to Allah. And honors to his prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Islam. Islam, Moors. I wanted to take the time out and share real quick. I was in thought, and a couple of things came to me. As you can hear in the back, probably the Quran playing in the other room. But before I do anything, share anything, pardon me. Before I share anything, say anything, I want to do something different. I'm going to open up with the Moorish American prayer first. Then I'm going to follow through with some prayers that ties in with the Moorish American prayer. Follow me. I'm still on the oneness, the creator, okay? And this is no slick jab video, sneak dissing anybody in any religious sect or individual, etc. But first, let me do this. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation. By night and by day. Through his holy prophet, Drew Ali. Amen. Islam, Islam, Islam. Praises be to Allah. Praises be to Allah. And I had to move slow with the vibrations. But let me share something with you real quick. I was looking at some prayers. So let me share these prayers. In the Moorish Science Temple of America, in our lessons, we are taught that we love Jesus, okay? And we know Jesus means justice. So I would like to share a prayer that our brother man, Jesus, gave to us, okay? And if you go to Sunday school, you can get a little bit more in-depth information on this from the Grand Sheiks in any of the temples throughout the United States. But let me share with you. He gave us a direct prayer, okay? So we're going to look directly at that. And then we're going to tie that in with the Moorish American prayer, Pots. Therefore? Okay.
How's it going?
All right. And we're going to tie that in directly with the Moorish American prayer, and we're going to tie in what Jesus gave us from the book of Matthew, and then we're going to tie in the Afatihat, and all bear witness to each other. Just that simple. So then if a brother or sister want to argue, let them argue with themselves, right? You shouldn't get caught up into religious controversy. That's what Noble Drew Ali taught. So we're just going to look at it real quick in the book of Matthew. And you can find it in chapter of Matthew, chapter 6. He says, this is the prayer. Just listen to it. He said, in this manner, therefore pray, our Father, which art in heaven, your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And do not lead us into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one, the straight path. Wow. And for yours is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. That's a prayer from my brother man Jesus, right? And Noble Drew Ali teaches us in the Moorish Science Temple of America, right? In the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, it reads, this is what he said about Jesus. So don't get upset at me for sharing with our brothers and sisters for their own personal improvement of self, right? To know thyself, right? And thy Father God Allah is why we're sharing this. But this is what Noble Drew Ali said for my Christian brothers and sisters who might think that we see or our ideology or our theology is like some of the brothers from some of the other fractions or groups of Islam or Islamism. Okay, the genealogies of Jesus with 18 years of events, life works, and teachings, right? In India, in Europe, and in Africa. Now, let me share this with you. A lot of these European scholars would try to deny that these lessons of India and Europe and Africa are actual facts. Okay, if you start going to their seminars and you start going to some of these classes, they'll tell you that this didn't happen. And there's a reason why they want this not to happen, because these lessons are ancient teachings. Okay, and remember that it's a mental war going on. So they tell you, you can go to all the Bible schools over here, and 9 out of 10, most of all the Bible universities and colleges are going to say that this didn't happen. But you got to remember who our number one enemy has always been. Okay. So with that being said, these are sacred lessons that we can trace back that they don't want the so-called common people to have. You have those who have them, and they might use them in the religious form in a way to do whatever they want to do, right? But these are sacred lessons for us as Moorish American Muslims. These lessons are lessons that come from our ancient forefathers, directly from Allah, given to our ancient forefathers, who gave it directly to Noble Drew Ali. Praise Allah. So that ties in with a lot of the teachings that you might hear about Noble Drew Ali was in Egypt when he was around so-called Native Americans, etc. But for those who have a problem and think that we don't love our brother Jesus, he is an example for us as Moorish Americans given to us by Prophet Noble Drew Ali. He said these events occurred before he was 30 years of age. These secret lessons are for all those who love Jesus and desire to know about his life, works, and teachings. Dear readers, do not falsely use these lessons. They're for good, peace, and happiness for all that love Jesus. Dear mothers, teach these lessons to your little ones that you may learn to love instead of hate. Dear fathers, by these lessons you can set your household in order, and your children will learn to love instead of hate. We love Jesus, brothers and sisters, and he's an example to us in the Temple of America, given directly to us by Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Okay? So we have those two prayers that I just shared with you. Now, I'm going to read from here. We're going to read Quran. Okay? Don't get spooked. Don't get mad. And this is the Fatiha. And it reads, in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. All praises be and thanks be to the Lord of all man and mankind, jinn and all that exist, the most glorious, the most merciful. The only owner and ruler of the day of resurrection. You alone we worship. You alone we help. We ask for help. For everything we do, we ask Allah to help us. Guide us to the straight path. You heard that in all three prayers so far. The way of those on whom you have destroyed your grace, and not of those who earned your anger, nor those who went astray. I mean, you can tie that right back in to what we just got done reading from our Jewish or our Hebrewic brother. Okay. So, and I'm looking at it now, they said that even the Christian scholars, when they heard it, they was amazed during their time. Okay, when they heard that. So, I shared those three things with you to say, if we're all using those faithfully, daily in our life, why are we still arguing? Why are we still not doing what those instructions tell us to do? I don't, whether you say his name is Allah, whether you say his name is Jah, whether you say his name is Jehovah, Yahweh, we all have the same message given to us from the three scriptures I just read to you. When we're going to get some work done in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. When you read the lessons of Noble Drew Ali, who came to us as a prophet, right, to our people, because you got to remember, before him, we were considered as Negroes, black, colored, and Ethiopian. Anything that they wanted to call us, that's what they called us. But according to religious law, he was able to come through and take us out of the cares of the world. You're going to need me, Dad, let me know. I'll be here all day, probably live, to take us out of the cares of the world and to put us back in the house of peace, right? Where there is no vain or sinful measures. Moors. Noble Drew Ali came with a message of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And if we take the message, I don't care which prophet you call upon, if you take the message that Noble Drew Ali gave to you and stand on the nationality is the order of the day, he guaranteed us the best is yet to come. Okay? But through him, peace on earth and goodwill to all men shall come. Through him, his work of uplifting fallen humanity, saving humanity, will be brought by Allah. And I'm reading at the same time, okay? Through Noble Drew Ali Moors, if we follow the Prophet Noble Drew Ali and what he told us to do in the Moorish movement, we will see heavens unfold. Nothing spooky, okay? We will see things that our grandfathers and our grandmothers and our great-grandmothers and our great-grandfathers didn't get to see, okay? But we got to follow the prophet. So read those prayers, Moors, and see what really divides us. What really divides us? What divides us? And if love is the first principle, why are we not living out that first principle, Moors? Islam, National Moorish American Muslims, There is no reason for us to keep arguing. There is no reason for us to keep bickering. There is no reason for us to keep fighting. But I can guarantee you, Morris, that there's enough work for all of us to do in the Morris Science Temple America in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. See, there's enough work for all of us to do. We should have a department full of doctors, holistic doctors. This is a vision that we have for the Morris Science Temple America under Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Okay? We should have a division of those who's in different astrologies and different departments. We should have this set up with home office. If you're reading what the prophet instructed for home office, okay? Say, I'm not speaking outside of what my charter instructs me. See? So we should have these departments, and with us, we're looking for those brothers and sisters who can go out and get 7 others and create that department. And let's give it back to Prophet Noble Drew Ali and 7 others in this department are working on things that can help us as Moorish American Muslims. Okay? All the L's and Bays. We have no time for the Kirkman Bay fight. We have no time for the Emilia fight. Let me explain something to you. You're going to have to use a lot of what you have been misinformed on. Okay? You're going to have to go right back and go to those ones that you've been told that they are agents or they are churchy or they are spooky. If you really truly want to understand a lot of things that Noble Drew Ali has given us, you're going to have to go back to those who really know, not those who are guessing, which means you're going to have to go sit down with Sister Temple 57, Sister D. Warner Bay, Grand Sheik Divine Minister. Go visit her. Go visit the staff that's with her. Go visit those brothers and sisters that's over there in Detroit, Michigan. Okay? Why do I tell you this? Because a lot of you are right there in that Michigan area, and you could be right there working with those brothers and sisters. And a lot of you who think that you know about the Morris Science Temple America, and we don't have civics, and we don't have that, you need to sit with those elders who know. They're not going to give it to you on social media. And then you appreciate the work that we have to do in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Islam, and they're asking you for fiat. Avoid those things. With that, I don't want to take up most of you guys' time. I just want to share that. If we have those 3 Hebrewic, if you want to call them Hebrewic, right, or Asiatic covenants, right, who's keeping us divided? So that's the vibration I come in. I come in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. You can always give us a call at 1-877-808-2477, extension 103. We're not championshiping to be the head of the Morris Science Temple America, but according to the charter that we received and according to what the prophet has left for us and his divine instructions, we just want to be about the prophet's work. And inshallah, we will be about the prophet's work, but we need your help. With that, I come in love, no leave in peace. We need help, Moors. Mound builders, look us up. Look us up, the mound builders, okay? Up and down throughout southern Illinois in those hoods of mud, right? The mound builders, the land of pharaohs, right? Carbondale, look it up, the land of carbon, right? St. Louis has an arch. What do that arch symbolize, Moors? Islam. Carbondale has a Saluki dog as the mascot. And we know in Egypt what that represents. So with that, Moors, we come in love and we leave in peace. Let's get the prophet's work done. Let's put our egos to the side. The ego is of the lower self, Muslims. The ego breeds hatred, slander, lewdness, murder, theft, and everything that harms. Islam, let our way be put down and let us do it the way that Allah has set up according to Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Islam, and for you Moors that's in that deep Islam, quit going off what others have told you. If you don't have the core foundation, how can you go out here and say that you're ready to be about the nation side of work if you don't have a core? But that, peace and love, Moors. Think about those 3 prayers and see why we divided. if all three prayers, all three covenants are saying exactly the same thing in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice? With that, join us on the conference call. It's open to all. If there's not a temple in your area, definitely we'd love to help you set up a temple in your area. With that, also, we share with you that 30 Days to Fund Your Life. Go in this group and grab all the information. It's all certified. You can stand on it. I used it for myself. We had family members who used it. We also had those that are part of the temple, part of the church, etc., who used it. And credit is now going according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. But we want to get more to start thinking on business credit, right? The prophet wanted us to have business anyway. So now those moms and pops business, we have a way where we can get you 50K, okay? No scams. You don't have to put no money down. With that, we come in love, we leave in peace. Let's build up ourselves, and then let's build up our nation, which is the Moore Science Temple of America Divine and National Movement. Peace and love. Islam. 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 Islam.